Moving on from there, Oliver Tree has a music video out for the track Hurt, which is not a brand new single. It's been out a little bit. I think it dropped just the very tail end of last year as a single. But the music video is amazing. It's already racked up like millions of views for the dude. It's hilarious. It's creative. The song is catchy. I love how this guy is continuing to sound super refreshing and cutting edge, but also really throwing it back to the 90s during this time in the era when you had these really creative fusions of rock and electronic and pop and hip-hop music, because it really does feel indebted to that. And again, like if you're not hip to this dude's memes and his style and his sound and everything so far, like, God, Oliver Tree is the future. Oliver Tree is the future, okay? Oliver Tree is the future. Quite a bit. Moving on from there, Oliver Tree has come through with a new cut, a new music video, rather, that's kind of been blowing up a little bit. Wanted to point it out because it has been doing well for the guy. Over 1 million views on in a very short amount of time. However, I feel like the the tune at the core of this one is easily the most tedious that he's put out in a while. The refrain, the acoustic guitar passage, there's not a whole lot to it. You know, it's not nearly as catchy, and some of the lyrics just feel like I don't know, just an allusion to something meaningful or an allusion to something deep or emotionally significant, but it doesn't really add up into much, frankly. We also have Oliver Tree, who is back with a new kind of pop rock jam with a strong acoustic backing. He's written songs that sound like this before, and I don't think this is one of the more unique or catchy tunes that he's been responsible for penning. So, I don't know. I'm pretty on the fence with this track. I'm wondering how much versatility is really in Mr. Tree's, I guess, tool belt, because you're kind of painting yourself into a corner on this one, in my view. I feel like more instrumental diversity and better production moving forward would be the way to go. But with this new single, I feel like he's almost just painting himself into a corner. I don't know here. We also have a new track from Mr. Oliver Tree, who decided to drop this song and music video, I guess in response or in the wake of the cancellation of his tour and the pushback of his new album. The name of this new cut over here is Let Me Down. And while I do think the music video is pretty fun, the song itself is super basic. Lyrically, Oliver really isn't saying much of anything, which is something that as I hear more and more songs from Oliver is beginning to grate on me, that he just doesn't really get down to anything like substantive or specific in any of his songs. He just sort of seems to write from this very vague place of, don't let me down, it's the same old shit. It's like, what's the same old shit? Like what is the shit? What is happening? What is going on? What is inspiring this? I don't know. Like the feelings and the ideas are presented in such a vague, nondescript way that it just seems like you're writing from a place of emotional manipulation. Like there's nothing actually fueling any of this. It's just like this weird idea of like, I'm just going to present myself as being fed up or unhappy with something, but nobody really knows what that something is. And I'm just hoping the audience will project those feelings that they may be having onto this song for whatever reason. But still, having said that, it's not like the structure or the production or the melody on the track is all that amazing anyway either. I mean, it comes together well. It's mixed coherently, and it's got a good punch on the chorus and all that. It's progressed in a way that I think a song of this genre should be. And it's always interesting to hear Oliver come together with different styles of music in a somewhat seamless way. But I feel like going forward, the writing has to be better. As great and as the music videos and the shtick and the memes and all of that are, the songs, the music has got to step it up just a little bit, I think.